Dear friends, welcome back to my channel Let's Read. Today we will be completing our leftover story Bahuri Akela. So let's begin with the story. The way he was staring at me, I was also staring at him. The degree of accessibility in my eyes was probably too deep because after a while he turned his eyes away. As soon as he lost his sight, I dialed the number of Neetu on my cordless and said, Neetu, sorry darling, I'm disturbing you again, but your Jijaji has arrived. So can you please prepare 1 cup of tea? Oh, there's no need to trouble the neighbors for me, he said in a stern voice. Now he left the door and sat on the chair in front. If there is a problem in making tea at home, I can drink outside, no problem. Anyways, I'm not going to stay here. Just came to know about your well-being. I too was not much anxious to offer him tea, just wanted that at this time a third person would come and sit between the two of us. I knew Neetu would come running on hearing her Jijaji's name, and the same thing happened. In 5 minutes, Neetu showed up with the 2 cups of tea. Hi Jijaji, Neetu greeted with a chirp and asked hurriedly, How did you know? Didi was not even calling you. Oh, those who want to know will find out, he said with a devious smile. Poor Neetu. She couldn't understand his purpose of saying. She said in her own voice, Mummy was saying that there is a connection of heart to heart. What is the need to call? Then, while giving them tea, she said to me, Didi, now you also get up and drink some tea. Your mind must have been confused by speaking from the morning. She started lifting me up by supporting me, and the color of his face started changing. He was considering my low posture as a show of disrespect. Now he was understanding something. In the process of getting up, when my shawl slipped from the shoulder, he looked at the plaster. Hey, what happened to this hand? Luckily, only the arm is broken. You are lucky, Jijaji, that you survived. Otherwise, worse could have happened. Did you see me safe and sound? Oh, only hand is broken. Everyone was saying that she was the lucky one who fell on the side of the road. Think what would have happened if you would have fallen in the middle? The mere thought of that made me shudder. I told Neetu, if you would help me little, I would go inside and lie down for a while. Yes, you should take some rest now. If someone comes, Jijaji will handle. Lying on the bed, I said, I had given 2 days leave to Basanti. If you send the news with someone, she will come over and she can cook food for the two of us. Oh, I will inform Basanti. But why are you worrying so much about food? Can't we do that much for you? Oh, you guys are already doing so much. He was standing silently. Then for a long time a silence spread between us. After a while the phone rang. My cordless was left outside. So he went to pick up the phone. Maybe my elder brother was speaking on the other side. He was asking about my well-being. By the time I alerted him, he had given all the details. Then I had to appear before Bhaiya. What have you done? And why didn't you tell me at night? I would have left at the same time. I knew, Bhaiya, that's why I didn't tell you. Even if you had come, you would have to run for the guest again in the morning. Now, your age is not to run so much. Well, there is nothing to worry about. The neighbors are very nice, and now Mr. Kashyap is here too. Yes, it's a little satisfying to hear his voice on the phone now. Well, we will come in the morning. You take care. After Bhaiya's call, there was silence again. He kept reading newspaper, and I kept trying to sleep. When Neetu brought both the plates, the silence was broken. Neetu said, Mummy was saying, call Jamaiji here. He will eat properly. But then I said, Didi will be bored alone. Then she will get well. We will call them together and then you will prepare all the delicacies. One more thing, on the way, I am going to put a lock from outside. Otherwise, aunties from all over the locality will come to harass you. You have been awake all night. You take some rest. Okay, when will you open? I will bring tea at 4 o'clock. Only then I will open the door. And literally she left after locking us. As long as she lives, she keeps on chattering. The house seems full. As soon as she left, a low silence surrounded us. To get rid of that uncomfortable solitude, I said, "You were going to leave today. Wouldn't you have left in the daytime? You will be troubled by the cold at night." He stared at me for a moment and then he said, "Have you considered me such an inconsiderate man that I will leave you in this condition and go away?" In a way, the matter was supposed to end here on a good point, but the fire of vengeance was burning in my heart. That beautiful dialogue of courtesan was stuck like a nail in my heart. He didn't let me sit still. I said in a very dramatic way, "Oh, I am in such a condition. That's why I am saying. What will I do after stopping you?" He stared at me speechlessly. "What do you mean?" "Nothing. I remembered an old thing. You came home once and said how angry you were that day. You said that you should have called me and informed. My 250 rupees are in vain now. The money got cheated upon." His face went white. He said in a sinking voice, "Have you still tied the knot on that matter yet?" "Why this? There are a lot many things to smudge for. If I try telling you everything, it will turn from morning to evening." "You are saying as if I have been torturing you a lot?" "You couldn't do what is commonly called atrocity because I am not that poor." "Okay. For instance?" For example, okay. Where should I start now? Let's start from the beginning. Remember when we came to this house for the first time after marriage? My friends decorated the house very artistically. We also had a wonderful reception. Necklace, flowers, music, gifts, sweets, and so many people that there was no place to set foot. And that, after when we got alone, your question was, "Flat is very beautiful. How much did it cost?" Didn't I have the right to ask? Sure, but your timing was wrong. You kept comparing the prices of Indore and Bhopal, disregarding that fearful solitude. In the talk, you also asked whether I had taken the loan from the bank or from the GPF, and also whether the installments have been paid or whether it is yet to be done. I don't think I had the right to even ask. The right is 100%, but this topic was not for that day. I know in my marriage, my job, my salary, my flat were plus points, but they will remain as the main issue, and I did not think that I will be secondary. Next time you came, you asked about the nomination. I had nominated the sons of both brothers for flat and GPF. You said that if you want to change the enrollment, you have to be quick. Otherwise, there will be a lot of trouble later. What was wrong with that? I work in a government office. I see every day how people get upset afterwards. I know too. But a woman who got married a month ago dreams of the future. She doesn't like to think about the will at all. In the changed circumstances, I might have taken the initiative myself. But seeing your haste made me feel disgusted. After this, a relentless chain of exploitation started. My telephone bill doubled. No. It tripled. Everyone teased that she must be having talking to her husband throughout the night. Little did they know that Miyaji refused to talk at home. Done. And I don't like talking in the office. How to tell them that Mr. Hubby, by coming here, remembers the birthdays of all the friends and nephews. All the relatives' happiness and sorrows are offered from coming here. You probably know that the long distance calls are cheaper on Sundays. And that's often where I am on Sundays. Yes, I know. And I also know that Indore's textile market is very good. So sheets and curtains should be brought from here. The ready-made garments market here is also very famous. So children's birthday clothes should be taken from here. Whenever there is a sale of warm clothes, the shawl and sweater for Ammaji will go from here. Apart from this, there are other things in demand, like fancy stuff, namkeen, camera for Rahul, atlas, Barbie set for Reena, color box, etc. And I know you would have never expressed at home who is fulfilling this request. Look, there is no need to express much favor. Keep an account. Next time when I will come, I will pay everything. No need to account because I did all this for my house, for my children. Just as this house became yours after marriage, I thought that house too is mine now. But no, there's no question of favor. It is not a matter of favor. It is a matter of rights. Rahul had to dance on his birthday, so you took the music system from here. Children had to watch pictures in summer, so you took the VCD player from here. Due to frequent power outages, the children were studying is difficult. So my emergency lamp also reached Bhopal. I'm not complaining. You had a right, so you used it. But it became a one-way traffic, didn't it? I didn't even get any rights. I was just exploited. Wow, doesn't it sound bad? If I say exploitation, it will sound worse. But the same thing was happening to me, and it was also understandable to me. But I had deceived my mind that I was paying the installments of the house. Sorry, home. Which I was looking for a long time. A home which stands on the strong ground of relationships. A house which is supported by mutual harmony. But I have not found that house because you have not given it. Look, I can't speak in literary language like you, but you can talk a lot. Your funny joke of courtesan is still stuck in my heart. Last night I could not sleep in pain, but this pain was nothing compared to the pain that you gave me that night. Wounds will be healed tomorrow, but this wound will remain green for life. And you did a great job today. Today? What did I do today? He was surprised. Today, you just came here to test my truth? If I had gone, then what would have been your honor? What would have been your image? This is your second marriage. So, you must understand that the basis of marriage is trust. And Mr. Kashyap, you have rejected that. Then what's left? Then the door slammed open. Neetu had probably brought tea. We both sat quietly like good kids. Anyway, I was so tired of speaking that I was trying to lie down for a while with my eyes closed. After having tea, I literally lay down. Neetu said, Jijaji, tell me, what would you like to eat in the evening? With a sarcastic smile, he said, What shall I tell? I am a poor soul. Ask your sister. She is the guest of honor. And saying this, he entered the bathroom. Neetu sat talking for a while, but without getting any encouragement from me, she got up and left silently. He came out after freshen up and by combing his hair said, Okay, I'm leaving. I looked at him with questioning eyes. The intention was to stay till Ratlam's arrival, but I see there is no special need for that. Your neighbors are very nice. They are taking very good care of you. It is only because of me that it is causing inconvenience. And yes, I will bring all your things next time. If at all I came. Else, I will send it with someone else. I tried to get up and he said, No need. You lie down. Don't need to do formalities for me. Anyway, you have given enough respect today. Not to see you off, but I had to get up to close the door. I stood up staggering. By the time I reached the door limping, he had descended 2 floors and reached the gate of the building. Then I slammed the door shut. I kept watching him go through the window. Even with so much labor, I gasped, standing for a long time in front of the closed door from where I could see him go. I felt that he had not just left only my house, but also my life. Goodbye, Mr. Kashyap, I said. From today, the doors of my house, my mind, and my heart are closed for you. The door of the house will probably have to be opened under compulsion because I cannot deny this marriage so easily, as my brothers have spent a lot of hard-earned money for this. So, I need to carry this marriage along. Dear friends, this was end of the story. Please stay tuned for another such stories. Also, do not forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. Your little help means a lot. Thank you.